Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matthew Hansen, joined alongside Joshua Rasmussen and Thomas Euler, and we are BSPN. This last weekend, the Hawks had their divisionals, and it went better than even they had hoped for it to go, not only winning the division, but winning it for the first time since 2017. The Lady Hawks had gone into the tournament hoping to place first, obviously, but they not only placed first, they didn't lose a single game in the entire tournament, finishing a perfect 4-0. The Hawks started out against the Freud Medicine Lake Red Hawks, the team that eliminated the Hawks from the tournament last year. They started out a little bit shaky in the first set, but were able to win and never looked back. Mia Mater and Jaxon Schaefer were able to continue their amazing performance from the district tournament in the first round matchup. Mia was able to get an ace on this amazing serve, just barely keeping it in the field of play. Then Jaxon had a hit that was so hard it pushed the Red Hawk defender backwards. Mason continued her amazing freshman campaign at libero. This perfectly placed hit gave the Red Hawk defenders no chance to catch it as it sailed over them for an easy Hawks point. Stop me if you've heard this before, but Mia and Jaxon showed off their abilities to bully their opponents with their filthy kills. I wonder if the ball ever gets scared whenever it gets set up for them. The Hawks would win the match 3-0.
Next up, the Hawks was easily the most intense game of the tournament against the Plentywood Wildcats, a team that had the best record from the other district but fell to North Country in their conference district championship game. In the first set of the Hawks and the Wildcats battled back and forth. Jaxon Schaefer had a nice kill, and then her along with Kendall Stanley paired for a block. Another block from Maddie had the Hawks rolling, but these efforts came up just short as they fell by a score of 25-22. The next two sets were all Broadus, setting them up for a chance to win it in 4. But the Wildcats fought back and forced the fifth set for all the marbles. The fifth set was probably the most intense set of the year. The Hawks fell down from 14-12, and with their backs against the wall, Coach Monica Smith called a timeout to set up an attack plan, and it worked to perfection. The Hawks would go on to win 4-0 run to close out the set, with Mason McDowell having a beautifully placed free ball for the win, moving the Hawks to the semifinal championship game. Following the win, the Circle Wildcats were next in line of the path of destruction of the Hawks. The Wildcats were a team that the Hawks had struggled with all season, but learned from their mistakes in this match. Jaxon once again started the Hawks outright with a nice kill, setting the tone for the game. After that, Maddie Zimmer had a spike that was partially blocked but fell in favor of the Hawks. Senior Aspen Krantz got going in the second set with 2 kills of her own. Freshman Gracie Bradley had a nice ace to seal the deal for the Hawks, sweeping the Wildcats and punching their ticket into the championship game.
In the divisional championship, the Hawks were matched up against the North Country Mavericks, another team that they had fallen to in last year's divisionals. In set 1, Mason McDowell continued her excellent serves, hitting a nice ace early in the first set. Later in this set, Jaxon picked up another amazing kill to put the Hawks up. Then Maddie and Sierra teamed up on a block. The Hawks would go on to win the set by a ridiculous score of 32-30. North Country would go on to win the next set in a close one, 25-21. But the Hawks absolutely dominated in the next 2 sets, winning the third set 25-15, and then winning by even a bigger margin, 25-9, to seal the deal and give the Hawks a divisional trophy, with Jaxon getting the final point for the Hawks. This weekend, the ladies traveled over to Bozeman to compete in the state volleyball tournament, where in the first round matchup take on the Roy Winifred Renegades at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Be sure to go support the Hawks and help them on their way to hopefully bring home a trophy.
As always, thank you for watching. BSPN signing out.